It's Monday, April 7th in the year 2025, also known as the smartest year ever. My name is Gordy, and today we are talking about middle names, why we have them, what they say about us, and why something as simple as a middle initial can make you seem smarter. You're going to get all those today, so stay tuned till right now, where I start. Now, you ever wonder why your parents decided your first name alone wasn't good enough? You can thank the Romans, sort of. Middle names first appeared in ancient Rome, where they weren't just decoration, they were essentially status symbols. Roman citizens typically had three names: a praenomen, a personal name; the nomen, the family name; and the cognomen, a nickname or branch identifier, kind of the nickname. Gaius Julius Caesar wasn't rocking a middle name for flair. Julius Hairy Caesar was kind of what it was. I think the etymology of Caesar comes from hairy, means hairy, making history's most famous ruler essentially Gaius Julius Hairy Caesar, which must have been some ancestral nickname because he wasn't the first Caesar in his lineage. So there were others, so it could have been a nickname like, old Caesar, hairy guy, or it could have been a little bit of an ironic nickname like calling a really, really like fat dude tiny, because Caesar apparently was balding. So calling him hairy might have been like a little bit of a, hey, what's up, Harry? Like, even though he was bald, I don't know what those actions that I'm doing mean in the context of this. Well, fast forward to medieval Europe, and middle names fell out of fashion, but they reemerged centuries later, primarily among the aristocracy, to indicate lineage, wealth, or family connections. So if your great-great-grandfather was a duke, or more realistically a blacksmith, you'd get a nod through your middle name. By the 19th century, middle names had become widespread in the US and UK, driven partly by population growth. More people meant more Johns, Marys, and Williams, so adding an extra name would help avoid this confusion. Just ask John Quincy Adams, the first U.S. president with a recorded middle name. Quincy was his mother's maiden name, making it both practical and sentimental. Today, middle names serve various purposes: honoring relatives, preserving maiden names, or even settling parental arguments. Can't decide between Liam or Noah? Congratulations, kid. Your name is Liam Noah Johnson. And here's something curious. Psychologists say using your middle initial actually makes you seem smarter. A 2014 study found people rated authors more intelligent and credible when their names included a middle initial. That's coming from me. Smartest why ever. Not every culture embraces middle names, though. In Japan, middle names are practically unheard of. Iceland uses patronymics instead, basing last names on the father's first name, like Eriksson, or Eric's son, or Eric's daughter, for Eric's daughter. No middle name needed when your surname literally says who your dad is. And I thought that was really wild to me, these patronymic names. The idea that your family name lasts only like one generation, right? Because assuming that you're Eric's daughter, but your kid's not going to have the last name Eric's daughter or whatever. So I just thought that was interesting. It really kind of is a perspective change. In the United States, I feel like there's a lot of lineage through the last name and trees, and because we're such a culture based off immigrants and stuff like that, there's a lot of interesting tidbits, and we're all from somewhere else. But I think it's kind of cool to gain the perspective of people who've maybe been in one place for a really long time, and they just have their own way, and it just kind of makes you challenge and think about the way we do things, and it makes you ask why we do things, and what would it be like if we did things differently. I think that's interesting. But if you're still bitter about that awkward family name wedged between your first and last, remember this. This is actually funny. Actor Richard Gere's middle name is Tiffany. That's a fun one. If you have a funny middle name, please let me know. I really enjoy that. So, if you're brave enough. No, but yeah. So there you have it. Middle names, the ancient status symbols turned family heirlooms, turned smart-sounding initials. Who knew? Who knew? Thank you to all my sources, which can be found in the YouTube description. Please leave a comment, rate, like, subscribe, share. Like it right now if you haven't. Give me a heart. Give me a follow. That would be sweet. At Smartest Year Ever on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts for the full-length episode. At Smartest Year Ever on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts for your daily clips. Go over and check out the 1-minute version of this now. Stay curious, stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalist. I will see you tomorrow in the Smartest Year Ever.